basically the Academy Awards of surfing. And you can see an image here of someone receiving. We also have donated to the Surfrider Foundation, protecting some of the beaches that are most critical to the surfing population. We've partnered with the U.S. Surf Team, and we've also built concept vehicles that help translate this surfing lifestyle into a Suzuki lifestyle, like the Grand Vitara Wave and the SX4 Makai shown here. Now, more recently, we've sponsored a film called Ultimate Wave Tahiti. It's a 3D IMAX film. It was just premiered 2 nights ago. What day is today? 2 nights ago in Los Angeles. And I'd like to share with you the trailer today for this incredible exploration of surf.
Neptune is my king again. His song in the sea.
So this is a great exploration of surf, both the science of surf and, of course, the sport of surf. Jeff Holland wanted to go on the shoot in Tahiti, but I explained he was going to be required to carry rocks around at the bottom of the ocean as part of his trip, and he backed out of that. This, as I mentioned, was premiered 2 nights ago in Los Angeles. It opens publicly at IMAX theaters in Los Angeles this Friday, and will be right here in Chicago at the Museum of Science and Industry next to my old stomping grounds, starting Friday, February 26th. So if you have any interest at all, or even just want to see the latest in 3D technology, it is eye-popping, and I encourage you to see it. And you can see that the Grand Vitara was the only reason they were able to get to the beaches at all. So, meanwhile, at the intro, you saw a film about social, and there's been a lot of buzz about social. Everyone's tweeting about social, right? We recognize that social is here to stay. It's becoming part of the fabric of the marketing landscape. And as with any new technology, a lot of people are jumping in just for the sake of jumping in. Well, at Suzuki, we are getting ready to formally launch our social efforts. But we don't want to jump in for the sake of jumping in. In fact, we have very specific reasons and objectives for getting involved in social. And they're sort of summarized here. First of all, there's a very natural crowd already gathered in the social landscape. So if we want to communicate with our consumers, we can now go to them instead of trying to attract them to us, as we do with traditional events, even like auto shows, and marketing. It's also a forum for dialogue instead of one-way communication. A lot of our ads, of course, are strictly one-way. With social, we can get their feedback, and we can really tap into their enthusiasm. It also makes it possible for them to find us more easily. Certainly we have a website. We think we have a very good one. It's very easy for people to find. But with social, we become much more accessible to all of these consumers. And you saw the level of activity that is blossoming with that opening video. It makes it much easier for our PR team to disseminate all the news we do have. A lot of you are very active on social, and this will help disseminate the news we do want to share, as well as reach online influencers beyond traditional media. Social is the easiest way to reach the bloggers and other subject matter experts that live online. We think that as we engage with these consumers, it's likely that their feedback will help foster better customer service on our end. Right now, we do most of that by phone, but consumers don't provide all of their feedback by phone. So we've got to be prepared to listen in the way that they're talking. And then finally, a lot of our dealers are getting involved in social, and for them to be out there in the social space without any reference point for the Suzuki brand just doesn't make sense. So we think that this will be a very useful platform for our dealers as they get involved in social. We're launching primarily with Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter pages. You probably, some of you already saw the announcements about these from Jeff. This is the Facebook page, and as an example of how we'll use these, the Ultimate Wave film that I just shared with you will be previewed and shared through all three of these mediums. On Facebook, of course, you can see right here, the blue carpet, as you call it, for surfing premiered on Monday afternoon in LA. It's already covered on Facebook. We were able to tweet about it coming out on Suzuki Auto Twitter page. And, of course, the trailer itself exists on the Suzuki channel on YouTube. So we have a lot more to come. We're not going to announce any additional social promotions today, but we have 3 or 4 in the works. And by the time we see you in New York, we look forward to talking more about what that would do and showing you the rest of the Angry Snowman story as he takes on his action. So thank you for coming today. I believe we have some snacks for anyone who's now ravenous, and we look forward to seeing you every year back here in Chicago.